Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing Tea Street. And as you know, we've been on this 10-part journey called Don't Skip the Process of Becoming the Unicorn. And so today I wanted to do part 10 of Don't Skip the Process of Becoming the Unicorn. This series is based off of a book called Become the Unicorn by William Vanderbilt. And so I wanted to pick up today where we left off. But as you know, I try to recap where we've been. There are 12 traits. So we have 2 more days left of this series. Thursday should be our last day. There are 12 traits of the unicorn. The unicorn is that exceptional person in different areas of life, whether it's your personal life, your spiritual life. I don't know about you, but I want to be the unicorn. And I really want to encourage you to get this book if you've never read it, to get the book. But this is a 12-part synopsis of the book. The 12 traits are the fast, the authentic, the agile, the problem solver. Good morning, Ms. Brown. The anticipator, the prepared, the self aware, the curious, the connected, and then today, the likable. Now, I know we all walk around with this whole, because we all want people to think that we're invincible and that we're so self assured that we don't care what other people think. And I hear people all the time say, I don't care if people like me or not. Lies. Because if you didn't care if people liked you, you would come into the world every day looking crazy. If you didn't care, you would show up differently in lots of different spheres. And I'm not saying we should be people pleasers. There's a difference between being likable and being a people pleaser. Being likable simply means that you're warm, approachable, and empathetic. Can I say to you, people like likable people. When I think about the people that I genuinely like, even some of whom I don't know, but those are the people I wish I knew. They're generally the people who are warm and approachable and empathetic. Now, me, I'm not that person. I'm better than I used to be, and because I want to be a unicorn. I'm not naturally the likable because I have some harder edges. I'm not always warm, and sometimes because I got a RBF, y'all know what that means, right? I'm not going to say it on this call, but a RBF that sometimes makes people think that I'm not approachable. And so I've been working on that. I work with girls, especially on this whole RBF thing, because people don't sometimes think that young women, young ladies are approachable. And so I've been working on my own and also working with them. So the action steps, as you know, this whole series is about what are we going to do? How are we going to become these things? So the likable. Greet everybody that you meet and that you pass. Y'all, have you ever noticed that sometimes ethnically when we pass people and we give each other the nod or we say, good morning, how you doing? I've had my friends who are not black ask me, do y'all all know each other? No, we're just greeting each other. It is kind to greet each other. When you pass people, we lose nothing by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, even if people don't return the greeting in kind. You show yourself to be likable when you say good morning, or you nod and you say welcome when people are coming into a space. Those are the things that make you likable, warm, approachable, and people think, man, they could identify with where I am, even if you're not having a good day. The other day I wasn't having a good day, and someone passed me and they said, good morning, ma'am. And immediately I started smiling. It was a young man. And immediately I got a smile on my face. I said, good morning, young man. And it immediately changed the countenance of my heart. Track 3 daily acts of kindness. Y'all, I try to do far more than three. It costs us nothing to be kind to people. Sometimes it's just a note. Sometimes my kindness is driving through the Starbucks line and paying for the person behind me. Sometimes my act of kindness is standing in a grocery store and somebody is a little short and sliding them a little change without anybody knowing I slid them a little change. Because you don't have to announce when you're kind. Just be kind. 3 acts of kindness a day. One, it tells people that you're likable. But two, it starts to change your heart posture. Forget what other people think. It will change your heart posture when you are not so focused on you. When I'm having the worst time of life, I choose to be kind to other people because it changes me. Yep, when I'm having a struggle, there have been times when I financially struggled and I blessed other people. And that right there took my mind off my own troubles. Listen more than you speak. I work with kids, and kids carry a lot. One of the things that I've learned is sometimes I don't have to talk. I just need to listen. They don't want advice. They want someone to really hear them. Good morning, little brother. Good morning, Charity. Good morning, Pooch. Literally, they just want someone to be a sounding board that hears them. A kid said one time, I know that adults are listening, but do they hear us? And so, good morning, brother Golden. That's really important. Listen more than you speak. And finally, when folks have been good, show public gratitude. When someone does something for me, unless they specifically say, T, I don't want any acknowledgement, I always gratefully publicly acknowledge people. I say, I want to thank such and such for this. I want to thank somebody for showing up for me. I want to thank. And even if you don't make it public for the world, when my mom passed, I spent weeks sending thank you cards to people because my heart was overwhelmed with the amount of love that I received. When my son graduated high school, I was just telling someone this, a friend and I were talking about, she was sending thank you cards yesterday. Her brother passed. And I was saying, I made my son sit down and write handwritten note cards to the people who sent him graduation gifts because my mother always told me, no one owes you anything. So always be grateful when someone gives you anything or does anything for you. So the likable people are warm, approachable, and empathetic. The action steps: greet everybody that you meet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Peace. What's going on? How you doing? How your mama doing? Track 3 daily acts of kindness. Listen more than you speak and show public gratitude. Whatever you do, don't skip the process of becoming the unicorn. Step number 10, the likable. Have an amazing day. I'm the amazing T Street. There's absolutely positively nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. Today's mug says enjoy. So whatever you do, go enjoy your day.